Ky emision ndalohet për fëmijë nën moshën 16 vjeçare dhe për njerëz pa sens humori. Okej, dëgjues dashur, kthehemi në pjesën e dytë të fundit se nuk kemi shumë kohë. Zona Lunacek duhet me ikë se ka takime koqa të rëndësishme. Who are you meeting now, Ms. Lunacek?
I have an invitation of the what is it? The Association of Austrians in Kosovo who want me to talk to them about the Kosovo's way to its European Union, something like that.
Aren't you sick of talking to Austrians? Now you have to meet them here. I mean, let's meet in Austria, guys.
You know, I live part of my life in Brussels, so I don't see that many Austrians all the time, so that's fine. No.
Now, I imagine the second part, you should be the host of this program, Drive Time, and I would be an official of European Parliament, so please take charge.
What would I ask you?
Well, you choose. You were a journalist.
Yes, I have been a journalist a long time ago when I did interviews like that. So what would I ask you? But I think I'd ask you something very different. What's your favorite music?
My favorite music? It depends. There's good music and bad music, so it's not about the genres. I usually, because working in radio, it evolved my
But what do you like to listen to?
It's more like about lyrics than about melodic. I'm a lyrics type of guy, so I like the messages in the songs.
Oh yeah, that I do too. Yes.
Yeah.
But that's a problem with me with Albanian. Then I don't really understand it.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you said, well, if now I imagine you're a member of the European Parliament.
Yes, please.
So what do you like about Kosovo?
Well, to tell you the truth, it's a very place for coffee. There's great coffee. People are very friendly. You know, I like it. There's good food. Sometimes I like this kind of So
and
it's very cheap.
What do you not like?
What I don't like? What I don't like is if you stay here a bit longer. You can feel the stress and the frustration and the aggressivity of people that is actually in the first look, or maybe if you come here for 2 or 3 or 1 week, it's not obvious. But then you see the frustration of people that are here, which is a result of the isolation and the ghettoism of this country, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And what could be done against that?
Well, first of all, I think it's actually step by step, as we say it. It's a mentality that we have to start by, because most of the youngsters are educated and they are really open-minded, but we have to change the never-minded mentality over here, because by never-minding people and things, and the situation is here where it is. So I think that's why we have to talk, and we have to. Because I think most of the young generation are ready and are full of the existing and the past system, which is full of corruption stuff. So yeah, I think step by step we have to open this country, and I believe everybody deserves a chance, so why not Kosovo?
Okay. Look, and there, I have to ask you something from a woman to a man,
yes.
Because I've had quite some meetings with women here in Kosovo, different levels, civil society, etc. And there's still this kind of way that there is good laws on equality and on equal rights, but still we have to say, like in the government, there's only 2 women out of 20 or 22. So would you be in favor of having quota? Like for party, but they're for parties, like but for government or for public, for companies, for boards of companies or others?
I would not actually be for quotas. I would actually be. I think everybody deserves a chance. But personally, my personal opinion is that I think women can. Let's not talk about government or rule more, but I think women are better in charge than men, because they are less corrupted. And of course, they are dangerous in a point when they're in a power trip.
Why they're dangerous?
But it's my personal opinion about that.
Okay.
So, but I think they are much better in governing this country than men, because starting from the basic, I don't know, families I think that women are much stronger, much more responsible for what they do. So I'm not for quotas. In general, maybe for Kosovo, there should be a quota. because other ways there would be a massive repression maybe. Yeah, I think women should have more rights, not just in politics but everywhere.
In general, yeah, I very much agree in that. But I'm in favor of quota, and I always tell the story that the former Commissioner on Justice of the European Union, Mrs. Reding, who comes from a conservative party, European People's Party, she gave the companies, in the European Union 2 years to voluntarily provide equality, or at least like 40% of each group in boards, and they simply didn't do it. Then she said, "Well, we need a law on quota, and we're working on that. The European Parliament is now working on that."
But don't you think the problem with quotas is that then they just take puppets and they put them.
No, but sorry, I always use another argument. Sorry to say that, but there's so many men in politics and in positions who are not there because they are good or professional, but because they are men. Because it's boys' network, it's men's network.
Now let's switch roles. Let's switch roles again. Now I've been to Brussels and I lived there for a couple of months, and it's a very boring place if you're not working as a bureaucrat or maybe study there.
But they've got good beer.
Yeah, exactly. And chocolate,
and
please.
Chocolate, yes, I know.
So let's go back. Do you think there's the same problem happening even in Brussels, in Parliament, in European Parliament, in all these institutions? Because even though you've got the quotas and you've got many, there's still sexism and all this kind of stuff in European Parliament.
We don't have quota. My political party has, but most of the other parties don't have that. No, of course it still exists, and I don't believe in any ideal world anyway. But I think we've gotten a bit further until now. We've got in European Parliament around 30-35% of women, which is not enough. My political party, we have quota, so we usually fulfill them. But I personally think it doesn't work without. It's not the only solution. I mean, you need equal pay for equal work. You need the fight against domestic violence, against harassment, all of these kind of things. But for sure, I always tell that here as well. I mean, no country is perfect.
Exactly. And if we forget, then my grandma, she used to raise me, and she lived in London. And I went to London. She went to Sweden. And while I was talking to her, I said, "Hi, Grandma, how's life in Sweden?" She said, "I don't like it." I said, "Why?" She said, "It looks like I'm dead and I went to heaven. Everything is perfect." So
that's a nice one.
So there's no, especially here. I think but let's go to. We have to wrap it up.
Yes.
But just a few words for the end. There is hope that next year we're in.
For the visa thing, I think there's hope. I'm optimistic. Let's put it that way.
Personally, I'm not that greedy. That's what I want, just to move around and to have as much contact as with people in the world. So.
No, but that's the good thing, especially for young people. Find out that people all over the world are similar, although we're very diverse. But so to see that diverseness, that different languages, different cultures are a richness and not something you should be afraid of.
Miss Ulrike, I would very much. It was a pleasure, and thank you for being on my show.
Thank you very much, Shuki, for inviting me.
This is the last song I'll put up with. I wrap it up with Stereo MCs, and we belong in this world together.